This is a demonstration of the calendar application on the HTC Droid Incredible. To start, let's go ahead and go into the calendar application. If it's not already on your desktop, you can simply press the launcher icon to go into your list of applications and then tap Calendar. Let's go back to the main calendar menu here. This will be the first screen that you see. So if we went back home, launcher icon, calendar. This will be the default view that you'll see on your phone. As you can see, it's currently in month view. Any events that you have, as you can see, I don't have any events on this calendar, but any events that you might have will show up in the form of ticks on each day. So you can actually select the day you want, and it'll show the event in a list format here. If we hit the return key, that takes us back to the month view. If you hit the menu key at any time in the calendar, also too, it's important to note that this particular calendar is the same as the calendar on your Outlook. What that means is this does a full synchronization. So any calendar items that are added or deleted on the phone will appear in Outlook and vice versa. To navigate different months, simply swipe your finger up and down or side to side to go to the next month. As you can see, I'm flipping through the year of 2011. Go back to February here. Or you can look in the past as well if you swipe up or down. That allows you to flip between various months. To switch the view to to switch to the other calendar views, including day or week, you can press the menu button and choose the 7-day week, which will show this week. Again, to flip between different weeks is the same as flipping between different months, so you can just swipe your finger. That'll take you to the next week and the next week, etc. As you can see up here, it'll be displayed which week you're currently on. Then if you want to select a specific day, you can just hit menu and then go day. This is set for Sunday, January 30th, being is that's the start of that week. Each one of those calendar views is a submenu within the calendar. The main menu of the calendar will always be back to your month view. So for example, let's go ahead and go back to February. Go into, see how this takes, if we tap on a day, it takes us to the day view, which shows you hour by hour of the day and the events that you have for that day. If we were to press the return key, that'll take us back to the main menu and the main month view. And if you also hit menu and go to the week, this is the week of the 30th through the 5th, and press the return key, it'll take you back to the month as well. To add a new calendar item, you can simply either press the plus sign here. If you're on the day that you want, say for today, for example, you can press the plus sign, and then it'll allow you to create a new calendar event. If you want to specify a day, say we want to put something on the 24th, tap the day you want, then you can hit add event. Some of the different options, it's very similar to Outlook. You have the what, which is the event name. You can specify the time of which the event takes place, and you use your finger to track up and down. You can also press the return key if you want to get rid of the virtual keyboard, so you can see a wider or a better view of all the different items you can select. If you tap in any one of these fields, it'll bring up the keyboard so you can type in what you want. The event location, the event description, this is all the same as Outlook. What interval you want reminders on, and whether or not it's a one-time event or if it's a recurring thing. And then once you're done, you hit save. So for example, let's go ahead and put in test. We'll do Thursday, February 24th, 2011. It's going to be, location will be here. description, meeting, and we'll have a reminder. Have a reminder every 20 minutes. And we'd like to make this every weekday. Actually, we'll make this a monthly thing. Every fourth Thursday of the month. So that'll basically turn this into a recurring thing every month from this point forward. And then once you're done, you can hit save. So now you'll see it appear in the daily view. But if you were to hit the return key and go back to month, now you'll see there's an event there. But if you go to the next month, you'll also see an event on the fourth Thursday there as well, because we specified the reoccurrence. Also, too, like Outlook, this is exactly like Outlook and specifying a reoccurrence, but this will also appear in Outlook because we've set it on our synced calendar here. So it automatically syncs over the air and then syncs to your Outlook calendar. If we wanted to edit this event, we can specify a day that the event occurs on, then tap on the event itself, then choose Menu, Edit Event. And then this will give us the option, just like Outlook, where you can either change the event, it's just this one event, or you can change all events in the series. In this case, I'm going to change all events in the series, and I'm going to specify a different start and end time. So if you can select that, and then you can scroll to the time you want. We'll say 5:30, end 6:30, and hit save. That has now changed it for all events in that series. To delete an item, you can specify the event by hitting the day, and then you can do this one of two ways. You can either press and hold the event, and it'll give you more options, and it'll allow you to edit or delete that way. Hit the return, or you can just go into it, hit Menu, delete event, and then it'll give you the option to either delete only that event or all events, and that'll purge it from the calendar completely. So if we hit return, now as you can see, it's been completely deleted. Now also keep in mind, since I deleted it here, since this is syncing with my Outlook calendar for corporate, it's also deleting there as well. So it will no longer appear in the Outlook calendar as well. Some other nice features of this calendar application, you can press this button here and this will take you to your agenda items, which is the same as Outlook. It shows you some highlighted events that are coming up. And then to go back to your main calendar, you can press the button again. As you can see, it can toggle back and forth between them. To see more options, you can press the menu key at any time, and you can specify more. And then you can either choose to refresh, which will resync it with the email server. You can choose Go To, and you can specify the exact date you want to view an item. Hit Cancel, go back into Menu, More. You can look at calendars, which basically shows you all the list of calendars you have available to you. As you can see, the only thing I have synced up right now is the Exchange one, which is what we want. Hit the return key, go back into Menu and More. Or you got Settings. And these settings are pretty straightforward. You can choose your default reminder settings, which includes status bar notifications. So you can specify it applies to all calendars. You can hit Set Alerts. What this means is if you set it to alert, it'll pop up with an alert over anything that you're currently working on. So if you're looking at a web page on your phone and an event comes up, it'll pop up over the web page and you'll be able to see it right away. Or if you have the screen turned off on the phone and you turn it on to look at something and you unlock your phone, it'll appear right away before anything else. That's what setting it to alert means. If you choose status, and it'll also show up in the status bar as well. If you choose status bar notification, it only shows up in the status bar on the top here. And then off will obviously turn it off. Default reminder time. This is pretty straight, self-explanatory. It'll change the amount of the interval at which it'll remind you. Ringtone. You can specify a specific notification ringtone for when you get a new calendar item. This is helpful if you want to distinguish it from, say, text messages or new emails and stuff like that, if you have ringtones for that. Vibrate. You can have the phone vibrate if you have a new calendar item that comes up and to remind you something. And then you can also hide declined events from your calendar entirely. So those are just some of the basics of the calendar application. Calendar view setting. If you press return, you can go back over here and go to calendar view setting. You can choose your start in. So let's say you don't want to view it at the month view when you first enter the calendar. You can always choose to go to have it default to whatever view you want. Day views. You can choose a time view or an event view. What this does is if you specify a time view and we hit return out of here and we select a specific day, this is a little bit more familiar to us because this is more like Outlook where you have time slots. It's usually preferable for most people. That's where you can set it at. So if you go into menu and go to more and settings, calendar view settings, that's where you set it as the day view. Event view is what I showed you initially, where it just shows all the list of events for the day. First day of the week is helpful. If you don't work 7 days a week, you only work Monday through Friday, and you want to see Monday as the start of the week, it'll in week view it won't show Saturday or Sunday. You can't really see it here, but it says Sunday and Monday, and if you look on your phone, you can confirm. We'll hit return. And return again, and that takes us back to our month view. So those are just some of the basics of the calendar application. It's pretty straightforward, and it does fully sync with your Outlook account, which is helpful. You can also sync your calendar with other accounts as well, but be careful with that because sometimes it'll, if you specify multiple calendars, it will set whatever your latest calendar is as a default view, and sometimes you won't be able to view, say, your email calendar versus your Gmail calendar. So to keep track of that, you just go under menu, more, and then calendars, and it'll show you the list of calendars that you're looking at currently. This has been a demonstration of the calendar application on the HTC Incredible. I hope you found this informative, and thank you for watching.